welcome back to my channel. So as I promised in yesterday's vlog, I was going to post the tattoo video today. This has been requested forever and I'm so sorry I never got around to it. I was just like, am I gonna get more? And I don't know, I just didn't ever do it. So I apologize. I am wearing the same outfit and getup and makeup and everything as yesterday's vlog, so sorry. In the last Q&A, I got questions about tattoos, so I am going to just read those and answer those before I get into the tattoos. How many tattoos do you have? In what order did you get them in? I will go with the order as I explain them, so like from first to most recent. And then I think I have, I want to say 10. Oh, don't know how we do that. I had another question. How did your parents feel about you getting tattoos, and how did you make the decision to go ahead and get them if they didn't want you to? So my mom does not like tattoos. She doesn't have tattoos. She's been very vocal about how she doesn't want me to have very many tattoos and how she didn't want me to get any tattoos at all. It's up to you on what you want to do with your body. And I know that obviously parents have rules and you should follow them. And so, you know, you're out of the house and on your own. I actually didn't get my first tattoo until I was 19, I believe. So I was out of the house and ready to get one. I think if it makes you happy and you want to do it, then do it. But just be respectful of your parents' wishes if they are supporting you, if you're under their roof or whatnot. Or just really talk to them about why it means so much to you and really explain what the tattoo would mean to you. Alright, so let's get into the tattoos. I have one on my foot, and that is a dove. That was the first one I ever got. I was just wanting to get one, so I went with my best friend at the time. We decided to get doves. Very generic, very like first tattoo you're ever gonna get. You're gonna get a bird. I mean, in my opinion, that's kind of what people go for. The second one I got was the Y on my wrist. The Y stands for Yvette. Yvette was my aunt, and I never got to meet her because she was killed by a drunk driver when she was 15 years old. She was in the car with her friends, and this drunk driver ran a stop sign and just crashed into the car, and unfortunately she did not make it. And so I got the letter Y, even though I never met her. Like, I feel like she's around, and she was so loved by my family, and I think about how it's so important to live life to the fullest because it could be taken like that, and to just make wise decisions in life because you never know how your actions can affect somebody else. I think the third tattoo I got was the arrow on my wrist. I got the arrow basically because an arrow has to be pulled back in order to shoot forward. So I've had some struggles in my life, and I feel like I'm in such a good place now, and I have learned so much from everything that I've been through, and it's really made me stronger, smarter, and just like open to a lot more things, if that makes sense. So I feel like that concept of your past, it drags you backwards just so it can shoot you into something better. My fingers I got done, and they have little birds flying on this one, and then it has the word free on this one. There was a point in my life where I had to really reevaluate friendships and if they were good for me or damaging to me, and I realized that they were damaging. And you know, it's hard to let go of friendships that you've had since like high school or like elementary school or college. It's very difficult because you've grown up with these people and you really don't know anything else. So learning to reevaluate those friendships and see if they were healthy and good for me was difficult, but I made the decision to move on. And so getting the birds and the word free was kind of like my freedom from toxic friendships. A lot of people ask me if it's like Free Bird, Leonard Skinner song, but no. Makes sense though. The next tattoo I got was the deer on my right thigh, and that is my biggest piece, the biggest commitment. I wanted to get a tattoo for my dog Charlie. She's right here. Charlie was my first dog, like my first dog to myself. She's my best friend. I'm just a complete dog lover, and I believe that dogs are family, and she means so much to me. So I was like, I'm gonna get a portrait of my dog. But instead of getting a picture of her, I got a picture of, or not a picture, I got a tattoo of a deer with roses in its antlers because, thank you for the kisses. Charlie has always reminded me of a deer. She just prances around, she runs like a deer. She just reminds me of a little Bambi, and so I got a deer to honor my little best friend. I know a lot of people think that's lame. To me, it is not so. The next tattoo I got was the one on my ribs, and that one hurt like a mother. Oh my gosh, it hurt so bad. But I have always loved this poem by E.E. Cummings, and in that poem it says, I carry your heart, and I've always just loved that poem. So I wanted to get I carry your heart on me somewhere, and I thought it would make sense if it was close to my heart, so I got it on my left side. That was pretty spontaneous, but I like it. So I think I got my butterfly next. And the butterfly is extremely personal to me. I got it in pretty difficult time in my life this past year. I don't know. I don't really want to talk about it. I won't go into details of that, but I did have to make a difficult decision and let something go. So I got the butterfly because it signifies change and, in a way, freedom to me. At the time of me making this decision and going through the thought process, I was surrounded by butterflies all the time. I kid you not. My husband was like, there's a butterfly. My mom was like, there's a butterfly. Like my best friend, they always saw butterflies around me. So I just felt like they were kind of guiding me in the right direction. I wanted it before my wedding, so I had it on my arm. And it kind of like walked me down the aisle in a way. Moving on, before we get emotional, I got You're the Northern Wind. It is a City and Color song, and it has been mine and my husband's song since before we started dating. I remember we were tweeting, we were just friends, and we were like, I love that song so much. And I told him on Twitter, I was like, I want to get married to that song one day. And he had the same feelings, and we ended up dating, and we ended up getting married, and that was our first dance. And so he has his down here as part of his sleeve. I got this one on the back of my arm. This was very spontaneous. One day with my friends, we went to the tattoo parlor and decided to get tattoos. And I decided to go with Roman numerals because I've always wanted Roman numerals, and I really like the placement of the back of the arm. So I got 1111, which is so white girl all through growing up, and still now whenever it hits 1111, I think it's like such a little magical moment, and I'm still make wishes to this day. So kind of corny. I think that's all my tattoos. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I'm missing any, but I did get questions on if I'm planning to get more. I am planning to get more when I have money and I'm able to. I have a lot of ideas. I think the next one I want to get is going to be dedicated to Sylvia Plath and the Bell Jar, because that is my favorite book in the world. So I want to get a piece that, yeah, encompasses that story. That's it for today's video. Hope you guys like it. I'm sorry it took me so long to film it, and let me know if you liked it by giving it a thumbs up. Bye.